Federal law just caught up with the radical left. A Democrat candidate for Congress in Illinois, hailed as a new AOC, has been federally indicted for assaulting and obstructing ICE agents during a protest outside of a detention facility. The Trump Department of Justice says it wasn't free speech, it was a crime. But now the left is crying foul and calling it political persecution. So here's a real question. When did activism start meaning blocking federal vehicles and threatening officers? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments, because this case could decide where America draws a line between protest and lawlessness. And what happens next will change everything. So should we finally hold a radical activist accountable, or let them keep hiding behind the word protest? Tell me what you guys think in the comments on that as well. So my name is Tom, I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. And we're a growing channel, and every like, comment, share, and subscription helps us grow. That share is such an important metric. Make sure you guys share as much as possible. So go ahead and check this out. Its footage shows Katherine Abughazaleh, I can't pronounce her last name, megaphone in hand, screaming at federal officers and physically blocking ICE transport van as agents attempt to move detainees. It's wonderful. So we have her response to this, and it's exactly what you're going to expect it to be. But I want you guys to hear it. Let me know your thoughts as you view it.
My name is Katherine Abughazaleh. I'm running for Congress in the 9th District of Illinois.
Okay, that's why I didn't try to pronounce her name, Abughazaleh, or something along those lines.
The Department of Justice is charging 6 people, including myself, with federal crimes for exercising our First Amendment rights near ICE's Broadview Processing Center. This is a political prosecution and a gross attempt to silence dissent, a right protected under the First Amendment. This case is a major push by the Trump administration to criminalize protest and
you were obstructing federal officers.
Punish anyone who speaks out against them. That's why I'm going to fight these unjust charges, but I need your help to do it. As I and others have exercised our First Amendment rights,
by obstructing federal officers and assaulting people and getting thrown.
ICE has hit, dragged, thrown, shot with pepper balls, and tear gassed.
That's what happens when you are assaulting federal officers, for the record.
Hundreds of protesters, simply because we had the gall to say that masked men coming into our communities, abducting our neighbors, and terrorizing us cannot be our new normal. And because Chicago doesn't back down from bullies in masks who tear gas our neighborhoods, this administration has resorted to weaponizing the federal justice system to scare us into silence.
Are they arresting you for running for president? Are they raiding your wife's underwear drawer? Are they arresting your attorneys? Are they arresting your friends? Anybody that you've had known associations with? Oh no, they did that to Trump. Man, I was wrong. Sorry about that.
But we're not going to be silent. The Trump administration wants you to be afraid of speaking out against it and its anti-democratic power grabs. And there are plenty of reasons to be afraid right now, but we have to overcome that fear. This case targets our rights to protest, speak freely, and associate with anyone who disagrees with the government. And while we have seen the unhinged and unlawful tactics this administration has used against the American public, it's important to remember they're doing this because they are scared. They are wrong. And they know they are on the wrong side of history.
Projecting much?
We cannot diminish ourselves in the face of these attacks. That's why we have to unite and stand up for humanity, our rights, and everyone terrorized by Trump's lawless secret police.
So that's a problem. When a lot of people say these things and they say it so calmly and they sound like they're educated, a lot of people believe that they are correct. And just because somebody sounds good when they're lying or they're wrong doesn't make them correct. Now, according to the federal indictment, this wasn't spontaneous. Prosecutors say Kat, I'm going to just call her Kat because I can't pronounce that last name, and her team coordinated the entire event over encrypted messaging apps. They plan to physically impede officers doing their jobs. And that's not peaceful protest, that's conspiracy and obstruction. The Trump Department of Justice under Attorney General Pam Bondi is not pulling punches, and federal prosecutors say these charges send a message. Assaulting a federal officer isn't activism, it is a felony. And conservatives are cheering that decision as a long overdue defense of law enforcement, and meanwhile, Democrats like AOC and Rashida Tlaib are calling Katz a political prisoner. And here's where it all changes. For years, the left defended violent protests in Portland, Chicago, D.C., calling them mostly peaceful. You guys remember the Summer of Love? Now one of their own is facing real consequences, and suddenly, guess what? They're outraged. Shocker. So what do you guys think? Comment "Justice Matters" if you support the charges, or "Witch Hunt" if you think this is political theater. And again, if you got value from this report, please tap subscribe. My opinion is next. I mean, she was assaulting and impeding federal officers, period. If I did that, I'd be going to jail. And in my opinion, law and order is back, and it's about time. This is about silencing dissent. This is not about that. It's about restoring respect for the rule of law in our republic. And when activists cross the line from protest to violence, there must be accountability. And Kat made her choice. She chose to stand in front of a federal officers doing their jobs and turn a political stunt into a criminal act. And President Trump's Department of Justice is drawing that line firmly and fairly. And every American who believes in order, justice, and accountability should stand behind it. Because without it, our streets belong to chaos and the radicals win. So stay alert, stay informed, and as always, stay free and God bless.